What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's coming on with me today. She is a bilingual reporter that is interning for the Center for Investigative Journalism. She also went to NAHJ this year, 2025, National Association of Hispanic Journalists. Her name is Ilvea Lezama, and we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into journalism, but also ask her some get to know you questions. So, Ilvea, welcome to the podcast.
Yay, that was like an amazing intro. I
Yo,
feel like
thank
I'm
you so
always the
much.
one who has to do the intro, so it was nice to have like a nice intro. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
well,
Thank
I
you for having me
appreciate you.
tonight.
No doubt. I appreciate you. There's no doubt about that. And my first question to you is the same as it always is with everybody that comes on this podcast. And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, what led you into a career of journalism?
Great question. Thank you. I
Hmm.
think one of the biggest reasons why is because of my background, is because of my people. I feel like for the longest time, a lot of stories have been untold because of that language barrier between the Spanish community and the English speaking world. You know what I mean? So I
Absolutely.
myself always wanted to tell the story of those that, in a way, are voiceless. So that's my ultimate goal in being a bilingual journalism, to go ahead and tell their stories, um, make them feel like they're being heard. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the beauty of being a bilingual journalist is that you could do it in both languages. So I want to communicate to my people that I am trustworthy, that their story is worth listening to, their story is worth telling,
Mm,
and that everything hopefully will be okay with the times that we're in now. I highly doubt it. It's very hard to tell. You know what I
sure.
mean? All
Yeah,
you
I
can do
do.
is kind of do your part as a reporter to help them, in a sense of like putting their story out there, and the outcome, we leave it up to God. But why? Because I'm passionate about telling, people's stories. I'm passionate about more of like representing the minority, which is like myself. I'm a minority myself. I'm a single mother. I am Latina. I wasn't born here. I was born in Honduras. I came here when I was younger. So, if anything, I want to be a role model for those little girls that came into this country, didn't know the language in the beginning. They had to learn it little by little. They got picked on for not knowing the language and having an accent. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's like a lot. Did I
Right.
have a role model? No, I didn't have a role model. My role model has always been my thrive to be better than I was yesterday.
Absolutely.
My role
Absolutely.
model, yeah, my role model has always been just myself, being curious about the world. Honestly, I can't tell you like, oh, I saw such and such on TV and I wanted to be like her. No, I just, I've always been so curious about everything that is just kind of like my why.
No, that's an amazing why, an amazing start to this conversation, Nevaeh. It really is, and I love the transparency. I love the fact that you said that, like, that you want to be an advocate for your people, a pillar in your community, because that's the same reason why I wanted to be a journalist. I love sports because of Kobe Bryant, huge
Hmm.
basketball person. I grew up in California, so I definitely loved the Lakers, and I loved that. I love watching the games with my dad, but I also wanted to see more black faces
Yeah.
like myself, and brown faces, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to get into journalism, because you didn't see a whole lot of faces look like mine covering, events or stories or games, and that's a motivational for me because I want to be able to say that little boy can come up to me and be like, I see myself. I see him doing it. I see myself doing it. Right. The
That's
same way
cool.
that you have girls come up to you that are minority as well. I love the fact you're from Honduras though, because that's probably going to be my next place I go to as far as a cruise. I
I
want to go
honestly,
to.
You should. People underestimate it, and I
Hmm.
understand why. You know what I mean? I understand why there's a
Right.
lot of stats, there's a lot of scary stuff going on, but there's a lot of beauty in the country. And give us a chance. You know, we're lovely people over there, and we love tourists, and you know what I mean? Come on, go over there.
Absolutely. Roatan was, if I'm saying it right, Roatan is something that I was looking into to go to, for sure, because I'm definitely going to go on two cruises in 26 for sure, and have a good time with that. I'm gonna say, "Hola, cómo estás?"
Good. And they're gonna answer you, bien, y tú, and what are gonna be your answer?
Igualmente.
No, you can't. You gotta be. Oh, wait, you could say that. Yeah, that means you're good too. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, igualmente. Poquito hablo español, but
Okay.
I'm
Can I
good.
make some? Can I make some food recommendations, or you want to wait till like the end?
No, no, go ahead.
Okay. So the first thing you gotta try is a baleada, which is like a handmade flour tortilla
Okay.
with beans,
Ooh.
crema, which is like sour cream, but like our own style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, made literally like next door.
Ooh.
Cheese made next door because you know a lot of people over there have cows and stuff, so everything is freshly made, not processed, like
Okay.
in our
Mm.
dearly beautiful country of the United States.
Right.
Um, what else? So that would be like the first one, the baleada. The second would probably be like pollo con tajadas, which is like green plantains. They deep fry them with
Oh.
the best delicious fried chicken and like
Ooh.
cabbage and sauce and cheese. It's so
Sauce.
good.
I love that. You said sauce. I love that. I love how you
Yeah,
said.
the sauce. And then the other ones, you know, I'm pretty sure the locals will make recommendations for you.
Okay. Listen. Before obviously I go to Honduras, which is going to be sometime early 26 when I
Okay.
go on that cruise. I'm definitely going to have to take a trip down there to New York City and definitely try some good food from you. That's for sure. There's no question about that.
You know what? We are gonna. I haven't found a good place in Manhattan that sells, you know, Honduran food. I think we would you would have to come to my side of Long Island, and
Yeah.
we'll go like out east and we'll figure it out. But I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure, you know, I'll give you like a little taste of the place so you can be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna order this when I go to Honduras.
that's what I was saying. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. I love that. I want to ask you this: where did you go to school at? And where, not only where did you go to school, but were there many choices for you to choose from going to school, or did you was dead set on a school when you picked it?
Well, you know, choices, not many.
Okay.
You know, I am from Nassau County here in Long Island, in New
Right.
York. So I had to go to community college. First of all, Nassau County Community College is such a great school.
Sure.
I did not do journalism there. If anything, I did media communications. So I used
Okay.
to do radio. I did radio for about 2 years.
Mm.
I had my own little show from 1 o'clock to two, and then at two, I was like, Sean, who is still the radio director. I used to be like, Sean, it's time to go. I have class at 2:30, and
Right.
it was funny because the communications building was the H building or so, and then my class was Nick's building. So I used to just kind of like be like, okay, Sean, bye, and then get ready
Right.
and go. So
Right.
I did media communications. I took an amazing class in like documentary filming. So choices, I don't feel like I had any. I wanted to go to community college. I wanted to because one, it's affordable, and two, I know a lot of people would rather do 4 years straight, but I did my associates first at Nassau Community College. Then after I graduated during the pandemic, so I didn't get to walk the stage. If anything, like my mother and my sister kind of did like what we call like a carne asada, which is like a little grilling with the family, a get together.
Right.
Um, and then I had to put up a video on the screen and wait till my name was called, which it was Jesus Christ, like probably 3 hours later. Um,
Right.
there was a lot of people, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
so that's kind of what happened. And after I did, when it came to my bachelor's, I did have a lot of choices. I applied, I wanted to leave the SUNY system and I wanted to go into the CUNY system. So that's how I entered CUNY system, which is the city of New York. You might know that. And I applied at Hunter. I'd applied at, oh my God, what's the other school? Brooklyn College. They have a great journalism program. I
Yeah.
wanted to apply at Queens College, but they didn't have a major in journalism. They only had a minor in journalism. And then
Oh,
I
okay.
applied at, yeah, I applied at York College, which is in Jamaica, Queens, and I applied at, why am I losing the name of the school? Hunter and Jesus. City College. Thank you. City
Got you.
College.
Got you.
So I applied for all of them. All of them accepted me, which I'm freaking super proud about. You know what I mean? Four colleges back to back, like accepted, 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 accepted. And then it was my choice to make. You know, then I wanted to go to like stay close by, or I wanted to go all the way to the city. Mind you, at this point, I'm I'm still kind of working full time, going to school part time. I mentioned it. I'm a single mother of a 11-year-old boy. So I
Right.
had, I mean, at this point he's 11, but back then he had to be, I don't know, 7, 8. So I had to kind of balance that out. You know what I mean? Working full time, being a mother. How much do I want to spend? How much time do I want to spend commuting to this place?
Sure.
So then I chose the closest one. It happened to be the one in Jamaica, Queens. So it was York College. I loved it. I loved it because I came from Nassau County, where a lot of people didn't look like me at the school, and then I went into York where a
Right.
lot of people looked like me. So I felt like I really fit in exactly where I wanted to be. The program at school was very small, and it still is very small. There's like 3 professors, a few classes,
Okay.
and I loved it. I loved it there. I was really good friends with the editor in chief for the school
Mhm.
newspaper. So I
Right.
started writing for him, or writing for the newspaper, I should say. So I started off as an art and entertainment writer. Then
Mhm.
after I moved to a managing editor. And then eventually the editor in chief left the school because he graduated, and then I took over. So
Okay.
it
Look
was
at
like
you.
yeah, I went from like doing radio at my, with my associates, to doing print journalism at
Mhm.
school, which it was great because I got to write really good stories. I met, pretty sure you know her, Patricia Chin. She's the, oh my gosh, she started like the whole reggae movement here in Jamaica,
Oh,
Queens.
yeah, absolutely. Okay. That name was ringing a bell. It definitely was. Okay, go ahead.
She's amazing, a lovely, lovely woman. Her story
No
is like
doubt.
unbelievable. And also Bob Marley, I mean, who's obviously, I mean, like
Come on
everybody knows
now.
Bob Marley, you know?
Right.
So she was definitely, and she still is like a really well-known person in that world. It was an honor to introduce her to a school event we had. I had to be the one to, interview her. I had a one-on-one with her to write a story on her. Like I met really great people throughout those 2 years at that program.
Mhm.
And then eventually I did my internship. So when you said cruise, I was like, should I tell him? My internship with that when I was doing my bachelor's was with a cruise company. I was kind of helping them
Mm.
write their PR stories. So I'll send you a
Mm.
few tips, okay, of like
Please.
what I learned while working with them. It was a really, really good internship. Julie was my supervisor. She was amazing. She still is pretty
Okay.
sure.
I love
And
it. I love it.
talking about Julie, when it came to, because I wanted to go for my master's, I just didn't know if I wanted to keep going in journalism or do something differently. So I
Right.
did mention to you in the beginning that, I came when I was little, so learning English was, I wouldn't say a hassle, but it was hard. It was
Sure.
hard because you have to learn how to write, how to read, you have to learn how to speak it properly.
Right.
So when I arrived here, I went directly to Florida, and in Florida, not many people spoke Spanish. Now it's completely different. It's completely
Right.
different than when I
It is.
first arrived here. And I remember this one person, Miss Trinidad. She was the only person in the whole school who spoke Spanish. And when I wanted to talk to her, she was available. So she really made like an impact in my life. So after I graduated with my bachelor's, I had to really kind of look into what I wanted to do. So something was telling me to go into bilingual teaching.
Okay.
So I applied at City College and I got accepted to the program.
Oh.
Then
Oh.
the other side of me was like, hey, yo, what about your people? So then I applied for the bilingual program in journalism. And I
Mhm.
also got accepted to that. So
Okay.
it was a very hard choice to make when it came to like picking what school I wanted to go to for my master's. Like it seems like after my associates, I've had a lot of choices to make.
A little
Um,
bit, but that's okay. That means you working hard, girl. No, that means you
I
working hard. I
know,
love that. I
I'm
love it.
trying and I always try. I always, like I said earlier, like I always want to be better than I was yesterday. So as you can tell, I chose to do bilingual journalism. I
Right.
did send them a
Right.
very, very thoughtful and a thank you letter to Siri College because they considered me and I qualified for their program, which I was honored to do. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to be a change for like those upcoming students that are arriving here and
Mhm.
they don't know the language. Like I wanted to be that change for them, the change that Miss Trinidad was for me when I was growing up,
Sure.
in,
Sure.
in Florida. So, but then eventually, I guess I chose to be a little more selfish and I chose myself and my passion, which is journalism. So now I correct Newmark School of Journalism, and that's where I am. I'm actually starting my last semester in about 2 weeks. And sorry, I had to look at the calendar, so I don't want to give you the wrong information.
You
And
good.
that's
You good.
it. We're at the final line.
I
Hmm.
love that. I do. And that's what's up. It's great that number one, it's great to have choices.
Yeah.
It's great to always have choices. And then number two, it's a credit to your hard work, your dedication, to be able to have those choices and have those options to be able to see which one better
Hmm.
suits you, and for the long run. And I'm very happy that you're a bilingual reporter because, like you said, you can break it down not only in English but in Spanish. It helps out not only your community, but it makes you more of an asset too to the companies because if you can speak two languages fluently, uh, companies are going to look at you a lot more. So I admire you for that, for sure, no question about that. Um, and I want to ask you some favorite questions,
Ooh.
okay? And you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions, okay? So here we go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Oh my goodness. I love to make pancakes for my son. The fluffy ones though. You know how there's like the flat ones and then I
Yeah.
like the fluffy pancakes for sure.
Absolutely. I made the same for my niece. My niece is staying here for the week, and she
Mhm.
wanted pancakes. So I ended up making her some fluffy ones this morning.
Yes.
When I got up. So yeah, I totally understand that. So I'm a huge breakfast person at heart. I can eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It doesn't matter to me. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm huge into breakfast. So I'm the same with you. My favorite is definitely pancakes and French toast. I can make French toast pretty good too.
You know what?
As well.
I will not lie to you. I've never made it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I've never.
listen, if you give me an opportunity, I can certainly, I can help you out with that. That's all I'm saying.
Send me
Okay?
the recipe.
Yeah, I can send you something.
Email.
You know what I mean? No doubt, no doubt. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Oh my goodness. For this one, there might be some viewers that might get it and some might not get it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So, in the past 4 or 5 years, I've been doing a lot of things by myself for myself. And when I was little, I loved this group called Los Temerarios, which is
Okay.
a Mexican romantic music, like the romantic music that will have you crying. But if you have nothing to cry about, like you're just gonna enjoy the lyrics, which is me. I have nothing to cry
Okay.
about.
Okay.
But I love their music. I love the passion of their lyrics and like all this thought they put into like playing the guitar and all these other instruments that are involved with the music. So Los Temerarios I went to see October of 2023. And out of all
Okay.
the concerts, mind you, I've seen like everything, not everything, but I've seen like Drake, which is my number two top one. And I've seen other bands that people are fans of, but that was like my number one because when I was little, I used to listen to it. So now as like a 32-year-old and I can like go and pay for it and sit like exactly where I want to sit, how close I want to
Mhm.
be to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was like a
Oh
reward for
yeah.
my younger me. So that was my number one, Los Temerarios. So I'll send you the
Love
name so
Tim
you can look
Farley.
it up. And maybe,
Mm.
listen to the music with the little translator next to it so you can be like, oh, okay, that's good.
Oh, there ain't no doubt, but I'm gonna need a translator. That's for sure. When you talk about that, I'm gonna need a translator for sure. So
Yes,
I
you
appreciate
will.
that.
Yeah.
I would say though, a concert that was because I'm a huge concert goer. Also being in my 30s as well.
Hmm.
I love the fact that I'm in my grown and sexy period. That's what I feel like I am now. So I'm in my grown and sexy period, no
Right.
question. But The Weeknd is one of my favorite artists. Love him, love The Weeknd. But a concert that was very good that I really didn't know much of the music was Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny
Oh
is
my God. You know
really
what?
good.
I feel like a betrayer now because that concert was amazing. I went to see
It
him when he
was.
came to Yankee Stadium, and it was
Hmm.
amazing. But I would still have to give it to the Temerarios as number one.
Hmm. Let
Number
me
two,
ask you though.
Drake, and number three, Bad Bunny.
Let me ask you though, because I love asking this question. Are you a Romeo Santos fan?
I am, but not like to die for now. But I do like
Okay.
his music. Hmm.
Okay, because there's the only reason why I asked that is because most Hispanic women go crazy for Romeo Santos. I used to do event security. So I used to
Oh,
do
okay.
event security and I used to be the one that'd be like, okay, ladies, I need y'all to back up. I need y'all to like, because
Control yourself.
I was right, I was one of those, you know what I mean? So and I did a lot of concerts because it was depending on the venue, where the artist was coming. So I did
Right.
Beyonce's concert, Kendrick's concert, Romeo Santos, who was in the group Aventura
Yes.
before. He did a
You know
solo
your
show.
stuff. You know your
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No question. No question, dear. He he came out to the crowd and the women was going crazy. They
Yeah.
bum rushed all of
Yeah.
us. It wasn't just me. They bum rushed the entire event security, and I'm like, y'all got to back up. Like it's real. It started to get real fast. And he's just walking through the crowd, like casually walking through the crowd, and I'm like, bro, do you know who you are? Like these people are about to come. These people are about to come for you. So he
Yeah. Yeah.
quickly went back on stage and stuff like that. So I always have to ask that. And the bonus question that I have to ask all New Yorkers is, do you like street meat and is street meat overrated?
I don't really eat like a lot of street food, you know.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Got you.
Um,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I can't give you a fair answer. And to be
That's
fair
okay.
for for everyone, I can't. I apologize.
No, 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 no. Listen, I want you to keep it a buck with me on here,
Yeah,
okay? Keep it two Susan B. Anthony's on here, please. No question. And you know what those are. You know what those I'm dating myself, but you know what those are for sure.
yeah,
So, I'm saying, I ask all New Yorkers that because people talk about the street meat up there like it's so good with the white sauce. Now, mind you, the first time I've ever went to New York City, I got on the megabus. You know about the megabus, right? Okay.
that's the coach bus, right? Or what is
Yes, it's
that?
the coach bus. I like how you put that. Yes, it's the coach bus. It's the double decker.
Yes, yes, yes. I
The
call it the
double
coach.
decker bus. I love that. The coach bus. I'm gonna start calling it too. I'm biting that shit. Yeah. Um, but I got on that bus. I got off. It was 34th and 11 and 12. First of all, when I got off, I was like, why is all these damn numbers? What is 34 and 11 and 12? What is that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm so used to street names. So I got off and a dude offered me street meat. Now,
Okay.
mind you, I grew up in California, San Diego to be exact.
Hmm.
And then at that particular time, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I got my undergrad and got my master's. So we ain't never heard of no term called street meat. I ain't never heard. So when he said street meat, I was like, brother, I don't want nothing street or meat about what you got going on. It's 2, 3 something in the morning. He asked me for some street meat. Like, bruh, no, I'm not, I'm good. He's like, brother, you don't want to try this street meat? No, I don't want to try nothing, but I am thirsty. If you can give me a Sprite that's cold, because I'm like, where's the eyes? Where's the grill? Where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
cooking
yeah,
it? Where you
yeah.
cooking it at?
I mean,
So,
that's the meal to have at 3 a.m. though, just so you know.
well, the second time I went there, I went with my friend Titus and with my cousin because I have cousins in Brooklyn. And I was like, okay. They said, dude, you got to try the street meat. And we had just left the bar, and it was late at night. It wasn't like 3 in the morning, but it was like one something. And he said, you got to try the street meat. I was like, okay, y'all. I told him about the story the first time. They said, but you got to try the street meat with the white sauce on it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
okay, cool. Got the white sauce. I thought it was pretty damn good, but I was like, yeah, this is kind of dangerous to somebody who just ain't never been here before. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I get
I
it.
always ask New Yorkers, do they like the street meat or not? Because you authentic, you from there.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of it, like
Hmm.
I'll have it maybe once a year, halal
Okay.
guys, which is one of the, I would say, best ones, I guess,
Right.
I've heard.
Right.
So I would just have, chicken over rice, but not
Mm.
anything else, or lamb over rice, which is pretty good too. White
Mm.
sauce. Did you try the hot sauce?
Not theirs, but I do like hot
Okay.
sauce. I
Their
do.
hot
I
sauce
do.
is their hot sauce is hot sauce. It's hotting.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Okay.
next time you go, you have to put a little bit of hot sauce on the corner.
Okay, next time I will. Now, definitely gonna be coming back out there soon, no question. This next one is favorite place you've ever traveled to.
Oh, well, in the month of July, I did a lot of traveling, but I think the best place would have to be Puerto Rico. Puerto
Mm.
Rico and that clear Caribbean water, and the people are so loving and welcoming, and
Right,
like going to Puerto Rico is like going back to Honduras. It feels like home. You're always gonna get a hi, how are you? Good afternoon, good morning, this and that. People are so
right.
respectful and lovely. So Puerto Rico, hands down.
I love how you say it like that. It's so beautiful how you say it. I know, I really do. I love that.
Thank
I've
you.
also, you're very welcome. I've also been to Puerto Rico as well. Very beautiful scenery, very beautiful food, people. Just the vibe there is something different. But my favorite place is Jamaica. No question about it. Got a
Jamaica.
chance to go there. It was great. The jerk chicken, the rice, the food, the beaches, the scenery. Now it was definitely hot. Don't get me wrong. It was scorching. It was cooking, but
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
was so worth it. So worth it. So I loved it.
Oh, you know what? I would have to add another one. I think Mexico also.
Oh yeah, yeah. Have you been to Cabo San Lucas?
No, I haven't. I haven't. Not to Cabo
Mm.
San Lucas, no.
How
And
about
also
Cancun?
obviously Honduras. Honduras would also be in my
Okay,
category.
okay. I'm with you on that. That's what's up. I'm a sports person, Ilvea, so I'm gonna ask you a sports question. This is a two-parter. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Okay, so watch on TV would probably be swimming because I was a swimmer in high school. So I
Oh,
know all
okay.
the strokes and I know how that works. So definitely
Okay.
swimming and diving.
Yeah.
Diving, oh my God, I love watching diving. And what is the other one? I forgot the name. Synchronized swimming, where they do
Yeah,
all this like
synchronous.
dancing. Oh my God, I
Yep.
love that. That has to be my top one. And
Okay.
watching, I would have to say probably soccer. Yeah, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm staying
absolutely.
with my roots. I'm staying with my roots on that one.
No, that's what's up. I mean, I love being in Atlanta, Georgia. I saw a lot of Atlanta United games,
Hmm.
indoor soccer, pretty much, because the roof was closed and
Hmm.
standing in the supporter section. If you know about the
Yeah.
supporter section, they stand the whole entire match. No question about it. They go in on their
Either
matches. So
losing or winning, they're still there.
no doubt. So yeah, I feel you on that. Although my two favorite sports would be football and basketball. Basketball to watch in person. I'm a huge basketball fan, as I told you before. And then football would be to watch on TV because the football stadiums are just too damn big.
Yeah.
If you ain't on the field or have close seats, they all look like mini me's down there.
You're better off watching it from home.
Right. You know what I mean? So hello. So I'm just trying to, do that. So yeah, those are my two sports. Last of the favorites. I'm a huge foodie. Every time that I go to New York City, I gotta go to the mom and pop shop and I definitely gotta give me a slice of that Brooklyn pizza out there. There's no question
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Now, you gotta let me know what is your favorite restaurant to go out and eat at?
Ooh. Okay, so that's not for me. It's not in the city. For me, it's
Okay.
here. It's here in Long Island.
Okay.
Um, I spend most of my time here on Long Island because I live
Okay.
here. So, ooh, that's a tough one. I love Thai food. I'm like a huge, huge Thai food fan. So there's a
Mm,
specific place in a place here in Rockville Center, which is about 30 minutes from my house, and they
right.
have this really cute small Thai food place by the train station. So that would be like my go to every once in a while when I have the time. So for sure, they have the best curry chicken. They have the best curry rice. I know it's a
Okay.
Thai place. It's a Thai place, so you wouldn't expect it. And they have
Right.
the best chicken wings, deep
Okay.
fried. Everything about the place. The service is good. You're gonna get it's good. I highly recommend it. So if you ever come out here and you happen to be in Rockville Center, make sure you visit them. They're right by the train station.
Oh, I ain't going without you. That's for sure. That's for
Okay,
sure.
we'll go together.
I ain't going without you. This is my first time. My first time there. Yeah, I got to go with somebody I know. So
Yeah,
yeah,
true,
no
true.
question, no question. So
Correct.
no doubt, I would definitely go there. The Sugar Shack. Have you ever been to the Sugar Shack out there in New York City?
No, what is it? Is it like a deli or?
Mm-mm. No, it's the place where you can get like drinks, like alcoholic drinks and
Mm,
sugar place where you can get like candy and stuff like that, different things of that nature. They have one in Florida, they have one in New York City. To me, it's a little overrated. I went there because when I go to new places, I want to try new different things.
mm,
So like what the place that you was just talking about the food, I don't think
yeah,
I've ever heard of that. I've never heard of
yeah,
that place before.
yeah,
So I definitely want to try that because when you say curry chicken and chicken wings, girl, you got me
yeah,
sold. There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
question.
Listen, it's a very unique Thai place. I love it. I love
Okay,
it.
got you. All right, no, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's talk about your day-to-day operations, especially interning for the Center for Investigative Journalism. I'd love to know
Okay.
what your day-to-day operations are. I'd love to know what you do. I would also love to know the type of uh, things that you are learning, right? Maybe being in front of the camera or writing print or producing or editing or whatever you do. But talk about your internship and talk about what you would like to do in the future as well as a bilingual reporter.
Right, right. So, um, ooh, I think lately what I've been doing is doing a lot of interviews. So I'm working on two stories. One of them is creating a profile of like the Puerto Rican working class of today compared to 20 years ago.
Okay.
So, it's a lot of interviews, a lot of emails, a lot of research. When it comes to investigative journalism, we do a lot of research because you need to be backed up. You know what I mean? Like anything you say and you type, it has to be backed up by something. A
Right.
lot of databases, a lot of micro data that you have to analyze yourself, which is really cool because I learned that my first semester at grad school, how to take raw data, clean it up, and gather what you need to gather
Sure.
and put it in like a graph or something so it can be visual for the reader. I might understand it because I'm the one doing it, but now you have to visually put it together for the reader. That's something that I also been doing this past few weeks, and also my other story, which is kind of like um, not creating, but it's just kind of working on a profile of how Puerto Rican politicians have influenced the political game in New York City or New York overall, and how are they continuing
Absolutely.
to do so. So I've interviewed amazing, people also, like district representative for District 38 in Brooklyn, Alexa Aviles. Oh my God, I'm losing everybody. But I've had really good interviews. Carlina Rivera, who represents the Lower East Side in Manhattan, and also, which I was telling you before we got started, the former speaker of the New York City Council, Melissa Mark Viverito, like the first
Right.
Latina, the first woman, the first Puerto Riqueña to hold that position. It was amazing to talk to her. And it was funny because like I used to watch her when I was growing up, so I used to watch her on TV, and I used to be like, yo, like this lady's so cool. But then, like talking to her, like it felt like it was like a bestie vibe. Like I was interviewing her, and then we
Right.
talked about off topic stuff, and I was just like, Melissa, like I'm really honored to have this interview with you and like talk to you as if we're just friends because I was so nervous to interview you. And she was like, there's nothing to be nervous about. Like I love that
Mhm.
about people. You know what I mean? Especially people that have represented us and that are what's it called, guiding others to represent us, so that's a huge one. um so it's just basically a lot of that, a lot of researching, a lot of data analyzing, a lot of interviews, a lot of transcripting every single interview, going, little by little, what matters, what doesn't matter, trying to put the story together, writing drafts, sending it to your editors, having a meeting with the editors once a week or, once every other week. There's a
Yep.
lot that goes into it. When it
Sure.
comes to investigative journalism, it's not like a quick turnover. Like you have to literally do work for a certain amount of months and then
Oh yeah.
gather all that information, put it all together, and then wait for your editor to give you feedback, work
Hmm.
on this, this is missing, which is kind of what I'm waiting on for one of my stories. And the other story, I'm still kind of working on my draft and I'm going to send it over on Monday. And we'll see where that goes. But that's kind of basically what I've been doing this summer with the Center of Investigative Journalism, and the reporters there are amazing. One of my editors actually graduated from New York School of Journalism, where I'm at now. She was
Right.
class of 2018, I believe, or 2019, and now she's like one of the editors at the Centro of Investigative Journalism. So, it's an honor, honestly. It's an honor to be part of such an amazing team. And it's a very respected outlet, not just in Puerto Rico, but also here. It's a very
Right.
reliable outlet, so it's just an honor to be part of them.
I love that. I love how you broke that down, and it is. I mean, this is the A side of why we do what we do, because we talk to so many amazing people and learn their why, their stories, their purpose of why they do what they do, and it gives us purpose for why we do what we do. But the reason why I do this podcast is not just to do the A side, because it's also to do the B side, because a lot of times in journalism, you do have to make sacrifices. You do have to make challenging decisions in your life, and it kind of bleeds into this next question that I'm going to go here with you, and that's mental health and work-life balance. A lot of times, I've been in this industry 8 years, strong, and I've seen a lot of journalists step away because their mental health was affected, or work-life balance they could not get right. Right? They have different things going on. They have different things in people's lives, and circumstances are different in everybody's life. But
So,
you know, that it's a possibility that burnout can happen, being overworked can happen, being underpaid can happen, or not paid at all,
yeah.
depending. Right. So, my question to you is, how do you keep your mental health strong, but still have that work life balance? Because Avea, obviously, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I don't think I wouldn't mind being around you, and your friends and family members certainly don't mind it either. I don't think I'm breaking any news, but you also seem very passionate about journalism, and you're obviously a mom. You're obviously a grad student, and you're an intern. And you need some Avea time to yourself too. Like, I mean, you only get 24 hours in a day. So how do you get that? How do you get that work life balance, but also keep your mental health strong?
Whew, that's actually a really great question. Last semester was very draining for me.
Sure.
Last semester, it was super draining for me, but that hour of commute from the city to Long Island to where I live is was very needed. That hour of just like leaving everything, shutting this computer, and just it's just me and the sound of the train tracks and the train just going. You know what I mean? So one way that I keep myself sane in a very overwhelmed world is one by journaling. I love journaling. I've been journaling since I was in fifth grade. So
Okay.
if I showed you the amount of journals that I've gone through, and I've told my sister multiple times,
Hmm.
when I die, I want to be cremated. You better throw everything in there with me. Don't read them. So one is I'm huge on reading. So reading is a one. Two, going to the beach. Oh my God, forget it. That's like my go-to. Even in the winter, I try to go for walks, even though it's cold. But the
Hmm.
summertime, every time after I'm done with my internship at like whatever time I get the work done, once again, computer, you're out. And I go to the pool, put my bathing suit on, get a nice tan, or I go
Okay.
to the beach.
Okay.
Another one is, which you might be like, what? I love to go to the backyard and just lay on the grass and let the sun hit me and just kind of like look at the clouds and then remember that I'm also human and I need a break. And for that specific one, it took a long time for me to get there
Right.
because I've always been the type of person that if I didn't have anything going on, I felt like I was failing myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I never took any time off. This is just recently that I'm just like, I'm allowed to kind of just lay back a little bit. I'm allowed to go to the beach or the pool and take
Yes.
care of that work tomorrow. Or I'm allowed to, shut my phone off and my computer and lay on my bed and be like, that's it, that's all I want to do. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
it took a lot of training. It took a lot of like telling myself it's okay constantly. Because it's needed. You need it for your sanity. You need it for the sanity of those people around you. Because if you're not okay, the people around you are gonna be like not okay with you, and you're not gonna be okay with them. And I think that another reason why I put so much effort in making sure that I'm okay emotionally, mentally, and physically is because I have a child watching me. You know what I mean? I have a child that I'm a role model to.
It's a
So
lot different when you
heavy.
have
I'm
a child
very
watching you.
heavy. Yes, absolutely. I'm very
Yeah.
heavy on being mentally, emotionally, and physically okay. So he knows that mommy's okay. So what the heck? I'm okay too. And also my therapist. I have to give her a shout out. She's amazing, Allison.
Okay. Thank you for that again, transparency. Because people sometimes don't want to open up about going to therapy, and I think therapy is very obviously, for lack of a better term, therapeutic. So I think it's very essential for some people to have that because you need some people sometimes to tell you that's in a professional field, not just what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. And, loved ones tell you what you want to hear because they love you. They want to be able to cater to what you want to hear, but you don't need that. Sometimes you need like professional kind of advice to be
Hmm.
able to say, okay, you know what? I'm not okay today.
Yeah.
Today was a rough day.
Yeah.
And how can I get through this? What if this happens again? What can I do?
Hmm.
You got to have some type of understanding that, mental health is real.
Yeah.
And some people like to put that off. And, back in the day, Ilvea, it was looked at, it was like, oh man, this is kind of soft. Looking at, people say mental health is soft and, we don't talk about it much. Now it's being talked about quite a bit, and
And I'm
rightfully
glad.
so.
I'm glad. I'm very happy.
Me
It's
too.
needed. It's needed.
Much needed. But it's another great segue to this next question, and that is advice. What is some advice that you would give someone, maybe a college graduate or someone that is working at the center for investigative journalism, or just someone that you may know that's intrigued on being in this broadcast journalism space? What kind of advice would you give that individual?
Okay, first of all, I want to make sure that they have a plan B. You know what I mean? I want to make sure they have a plan B because it's a busy field. You know what I mean? You need,
I do.
yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
need, certain requirements to work where you want to work. Sometimes you got to start off at where you don't want to be in order to make it where you want to be.
Right.
And also, don't be fully dependent on journalism in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like I said, try to have a plan B. Like for instance, before and also I mentioned in the beginning how I was, part timing as a student and then full time as a worker.
Right.
I am a certified dental assistant, so it's like a whole 350. It's a whole
Wow.
360, I should say, on a field. So I'm a certified dental assistant here in New York, and I've been doing that for the past 11 years. So I still do it once in a while too. You know what I mean? Because of that specific reason. Like, I don't want to fully rely on journalism yet because I'm still starting.
Right.
I'm almost done with my master's. Maybe later on when I have the experience that certain outlets require, I could
Hmm.
be like, I buy dentistry and like I'm fully, devoted to journalism, which I'm still
Right.
devoted, but I still love, my patients in the office and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. And so that would be the first one, kind of have a plan B, like have a little part time on the side, especially when you're starting off. Make sure you're passionate about it. And make sure that before you're fully head on. Like you have conversations with other journalists that are able to have
Absolutely.
conversations
Yes.
with you. Ask them about their early experiences, where they are now, what they expected, if those expectations were, met. What else? And also another one that I feel people don't really do much is like make sure you're reading. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
there's so many outlets out there and everyone has a different opinion about a lot of things that are happening now. Make sure that you yourself as a upcoming reporter or an upcoming journalist, like you do your own research and you do
Right.
your own readings and you make your own judgment. You
Right.
know what I mean? I think that's
Yeah.
also a huge one because I feel like we're so easy like influenced by certain things going on around us that we forget that we also have like our own minds and our own thoughts and we are allowed also to make like our own judgment on certain situations. So I would say that one too. I don't know if I have like any other. Um, Make sure you're passionate about it. I think that's the biggest one. You know what I mean? Like, don't
Hmm.
go into the field thinking like, oh, this is gonna be cool. Like, you're gonna have a lot of hard times. There's gonna be
Sure.
times where you're gonna be so close to your deadline, and you don't have that person that you need for that story, and you have to somehow manage to figure it out. You know what I mean? There's gonna be times where you're gonna meet people that are not the friendliest, and you're still gonna have to move through it and work with them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And also, there's going to be times where you're going to meet the most amazing people, and you're going to want to add their contact information to your phone because you want to stay in touch with them or add them on Instagram. Like, it's just the field itself is a beautiful field. I am
Yes.
honored. I am honored to be in the field, and I'm honored to be around the people that I'm around and met the people that, like, literally at the National Association of Hispanic Conference, like the conference, I met like my number one idol from when I was growing up, Julio Vaqueiro, and I have this cute picture with me and him, and I showed it to my mom. She was like, "There's no way." So it's good. It's also it feels good to kind of like give that little girl in me like, shit, you dreamed. Oh my god, I cursed. I'm sorry. Shoot.
You go. You okay? You can do
I'm
that. No
sorry.
problem. It's no problem.
Shoot. Like you made this happen for yourself because I dreamed about being a journalist since I was little. So now that I'm like 32, like I'm actually making this happen for me and like my younger self. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Absolutely. No, that's great advice. That is really awesome that you got a chance to meet him as well.
Yeah.
Um, I was supposed to go to that which was in Chicago this year. Next year, I
Hmm.
definitely plan on going to it,
You
and
have to.
it's gonna be in New Orleans next
No
year.
law. No
Um,
law.
no question. Which, when you talk about doing something, as far as meeting your idol and stuff like that, one of the things that I knocked off my list this past year was covering the Super Bowl, which is a dream, right? Thank you, right? It was a dream of
Yeah.
mine to do that, and it was in New Orleans. Man, it was my first time being in New Orleans, and just having that wow moment, like. I literally watched this from my TV last year, and being media night,
Hmm.
being able to walk on the field and talk to the players and ask questions and stand at that podium, look at a credential that says my name on it, and I'm here at the Super Bowl. It's absolutely crazy, but it's amazing as well, because it's a testament to my because I'm a religious guy. I believe in faith. I believe in God. I believe in all that, but I also believe in hard work. That's why, no pun intended, work hard, play harder. That's what I like to do. That's how I live my life. So I live my life the same way. So I love that advice that you gave. I really do. I think that's special. And I think that's so dead on. And I 1,000% agree with that.
Thank you. Thank you. Of course, I don't think I would change anything, up to I I can't even tell you. I think we would probably spend like 5 hours on this beautiful interview if I were to tell you everything I've had to do to kind of get to where I am. But I'm very thankful, and just like you, I'm very religious. I believe in I'm a Catholic. I was born and raised that way. I still am. I'm
Absolutely.
raising my son that way. But I also am a huge believer in manifestation and energy and vibes and the energy of the universe and the moon and the stars. All this stuff. So I
No
believe
question.
everything is all together, and we are exactly where we are meant to be. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. No question. I love that. We have now reached the portion of my podcast, and now we're going to do my interactive game called This or That. It's an
Okay,
interactive game that I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. So,
got
Avea,
it.
it's very simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, if you had to choose, which one would you choose to eat at? KFC or Popeyes?
Popeyes. Oh my goodness, hands down.
Girl, you on point like a period right now. That's what I'm talking about. You doing the damn thing right now. I love it. Okay, let's keep this energy going. When it comes to chicken wings, which flavor would you rather put on the wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Asian sink. Is that a option?
Oh my lord.
Okay, fine. Barbecue, barbecue, barbecue.
I know you like the spice. I'm a huge buffalo person too. I like buffalo sauce as well. So I don't know if
Yeah.
you like buffalo, but I like buffalo as well. Okay, for the sake of this, do you like your wings wet or dry?
Oh, definitely wet. I can't. I cannot do dry. I respect those who do, but I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, you and me both. I just
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Oh, bone in. You have to, and you have to make sure there's nothing left on that little piece of bone. So definitely bone.
Okay, so you like to get a little messy with it. That's the kind of friend I need. I need that kind of friend. Girl, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, we starting this thing off real good on this or that.
Love
Let's see
it.
if we keep this thing going. So here we go. The next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. Okay,
Got it.
they're only going to get harder as they go along. So I just want to
Got
give
it.
that as a disclaimer. Okay, so here we go. The
Hmm.
first one is, which concert would you rather go see? Rihanna or Beyonce?
Rihanna.
Oh, you going to see Riri?
I
Okay,
am. I
I
need
like
her to
it.
sing me that song "Love on the Brain" live. You know.
Ooh, that is a good song. That's a
I
very
need
good
that.
song. Which concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Chris Brown or Usher?
Oh my God, maybe Usher for sure.
Okay, okay, you lean
I
back
know
on
Chris
that
Brown is
like
doing his
Fat
thing
Joe.
right now. I know Chris Brown is doing his thing right now, but definitely Usher.
If you haven't been to the 1111 tour, which I did get a chance to go see, uh,
Hmm.
yeah, he puts on quite a show. There's no
I
question about
heard. I
it. He
heard, and
puts on
TikTok
quite a
has
show.
showed me a few videos.
No question, no question. Okay, here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see her or SZA?
Sissa. Hmm.
Rather go see SZA. Okay, I like that. I like that. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Don Omar or Ozuna?
Don Omar, hands down. I'm not a fan of Osuna. I'm sorry, no.
Ooh, okay, okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. All right.
Actually, I did went to see Don Omar, and that concert was amazing. I went to see him last year.
Okay, yeah, he do put on quite a show. I ain't gonna front. He put on quite a show. Okay, which music concert would you rather go see? Wisin y Yandel or Bad Bunny?
Oh my God, come on. Bad Bunny. I failed to mention him in the beginning, so definitely Bad Bunny.
Okay, all right, I like that. You did very good on the music. Now we're gonna switch to sports. Which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Oh, badminton for sure. I love it. I was so good at it in high school. Heck yeah.
Okay, so that means you're a terrible bowler. It's okay. And listen, do you? Because I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at bowling. Badminton, I'm okay with. But would you say you're a good bowler or you terrible?
I would say terrible. Like I would need you know that little thing they put, I forgot the name of it. It's like a
Is it?
tutor, like for
Is
you
it?
to move the ball.
Oh,
I need that.
oh no. Oh, well, you need the bumpers. Is what you're saying.
Yes, that's what I need. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely badminton.
Well, let's move on. We oh Lord, you have to be on a lane by yourself with the slide. You know the slide. You right, you slide the ball down.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we had to do. Okay, I feel that. Which sport would you rather watch on TV? Baseball or hockey?
Oh, baseball. Are you kidding me? I don't
Okay, okay.
hockey, I don't really know much about hockey other than like the Canadians love it and some people here love it, but that's it. I don't really know much about it.
That's okay. That's all right. Listen, you're talking to a sports guy. I can
I'm
put
sure
you up.
you know all these things. Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I can put you up on game. There's no question about it. Now, am I a huge hockey enthusiast? No, but I damn sure like the fights. I like when they start fighting out there on the ice. That's for sure. And, and they got good food, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. Do you like desserts?
Sorry, you're cutting off a little bit. Oh my
Oh,
God.
you good. Do you like desserts?
Do I like desserts? Not a huge fan, but go ahead. Give me a few options.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna throw four categories at you. You have to choose one of these that you'll never eat again. Okay, so here we go. The first one is cookies. The next
Uh,
one is ice cream. The
mm,
third one is candy. The last category is going to be grouped together pies slash cakes. Which one are you getting rid of?
getting rid of forever? Probably
Yeah.
cookies.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what is your favorite ice cream to eat?
Strawberry ice cream. And I'm not even like a huge fan of it. And I'm not a
Hmm.
huge like ice cream stuff. Like I don't like any of that. But when I want it to be strawberry with bananas. Like strawberry, and then you cut up the bananas and put it on top.
Wow, that's different. I'm not gonna lie about that, Avea, but that's what's up. I love that. That's okay. Do as my mom would tell me, do you, boo? That's what she
Do
would say
you?
all the time. That's what she would say. She would say that all the time. So I feel that. Okay. I'm a cookies and cream type of guy though, and chocolate
Mhm.
chip cookies though. So those are my two main ones. Do you like potato chips? Okay, so now same format. I'm gonna ask you about some potato chips. I'm gonna name four brands. You got to choose one of these brands you'll never eat again. So here we go.
Go for it.
The first brand is Lay's. The next brand is Ruffles. The third brand is Pringles. The last brand is Doritos. Which one are you getting rid of?
Probably Pringles.
You
Yeah,
sure?
probably, yeah. Yeah, I don't think they have like any like out of this world flavors. You
Okay,
know?
I'm with you on that. I would
So
have got rid of Pringles too. Now,
you would?
what
Okay,
is
good.
now you don't need to pick between these three, but what is your favorite potato chip?
Mm,
Uh-oh. Nevaeh?
uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, she froze. Let's see. Nevaeh? I don't know what happened. I lost you. Okay. All right. All right. No problem. Let's see. We are live here. Um, I would say yes. Well, right now we have lost Nevaeh for the time. We were having such a great conversation. Um, So yeah,
Should I come
we
back
had a
to
great
it? I don't know what to
conversation
do.
talking about journalism, talking about her why of getting to know her a little bit. We're gonna reconnect and come back on.
Did I lose him? I did. What is happening? Oh, nice, you're back. Okay. What happened?
I have no idea. I asked you about what's your favorite potato chip, and then all of a sudden, boop, there it is. You was
Oh
gone.
my God. Are
I,
we good now?
we are good. We good, yo. We are so good.
Okay.
Now, okay, that's what's up. Welcome back here to the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. I am here with Ilvea Lezama. She is a intern for the Center of Investigative Journalism. She is also a grad student. She was also someone who went to the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, which they had a conference in July in Chicago, Illinois this year. And we talked about it being in New Orleans next
Mhm.
year, which is going to be NAHJ 2026, which we will both be at. No question about it. Looking forward to that. But we was in the middle of this or that. And she was about to tell me what her favorite potato chip was.
Yes. Um, Lace. I think I chose. Did I choose lace too?
No,
No.
no, no. You chose Pringles to get rid of, but I told you you can choose a chip. You don't have to choose a chip between the three of those. You can just tell me your favorite potato chip, period.
Mm, that's a hard one. Mm,
Mm.
maybe like the cheddar cheese kind of potato chips. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. That definitely
Oh,
surprised me because I'm thinking that you like them kind of a little bit hot, like hot Cheetos or something like that.
mm, I mean, I do go through phases where I do want like a little Takis, a little, hot Cheetos, a little like
Mhm.
blue Doritos, then the purple ones, then the red ones.
Right.
So, favorite, I'm just gonna say whatever I'm in the mood for. How about that?
Okay, I'm with you on that. I can rock with you on that. You did very good on the this or that, except with the bowling. But other than that, that's okay. You did pick badminton, so I can't really hold that too much against you. So, that's awesome though. You did very good. These next two questions are top four questions. I love asking this next question. It's called bucket list. I want you to give me a bucket list of top four of events or stories that you would like to cover in your journalism career.
Ooh, I think maybe might be shooting way too high on this one, but where are those Epstein files? Where are the Epstein files? I think that'll
Wow.
be like a great investigation story
Okay.
to take on. It'll be amazing, to work with one of the best outlets out there. It could be like El Centro where I'm at right now, or it can be any other of the other outlets. It would be amazing to be part of that team. Um, Another thing that I would love to cover. Hmm. I don't have anything in mind right now
Mm,
because when it comes to covering stories, I
mm,
am available and I'm open to cover anything.
okay.
I know that everyone needs to have like their beat, like I cover immigration, you cover this and that, but I'm open. I'm open. That's why when I chose my classes for this last semester, I'm
Yeah.
doing uh, climate crisis, and then I'm doing like economy, So I try to be
Mm,
very diverse in that sense. I don't want to be attached to one thing because I don't know where I'm going to end up in the future, and I want to be as
sure.
diverse and as well knowledged in certain fields, in certain topics as I can.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Let me throw some ideas at you. See if you would tap on with them. What about a World Cup? Would you want to do a World Cup?
You know what? Low key, after we're done, I'm gonna go ahead and apply to be one of the volunteer workers. Hopefully, I get a call back.
Now, hopefully you do, because obviously it's coming here in next year. So I'm
Yes,
hoping that you do. I'm hoping I
yes.
get a chance to cover somewhere. I would love to cover it in Atlanta, because
Mhm.
Atlanta is where I still have family there as well. My mom, my aunt, my uncle is still there. So I would love to do that for sure. So I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe a World Cup you would love to do, or a red
Sure.
carpet. I think you would look absolutely amazing on a red carpet, but I also think you and your personality and how you are talking to people, I think you'll be absolutely amazing for getting stories and getting things out of people, asking them great questions. It doesn't matter. It could be Grammys, it could be Billboard Awards, it could be Oscars. I just think that you would be an amazing like host or reporter on the red carpet.
Thank you. Growing up, I used to watch a lot of like A&E, and I used to watch a lot of like Mario Lopez, because
Mhm.
during that time,
Yeah,
you're my age, so you know about this stuff. Like you
I
had to
do.
either have a cable box, or like if you didn't have a cable box, you had to have an antenna.
Yeah.
So for a while, you know about it. For a while, I had an antenna, so I used to watch like in between E News and then like A&E and stuff. And I wanted to do that. Like I wanted to be in the red carpet, and I wanted to be a reporter for like the Grammys or
No
the
doubt.
Grammy, all this stuff. But as I got older, I came to realize that yes, it's cool, and like it's journalism. It's a great field, but
Mhm.
I'm more into, behind the scenes storytelling kind of thing. And also I think I am putting a barrier to myself with which I've noticed that when I get in front of the camera, I get so nervous
Yeah.
and I am so aware, and I'm so afraid of like my accent coming out and not being good enough for TV. I think that's another reason why I'm always like trying to be behind the scenes. And that's something that I have to, get over with because that's just who I am. I'm a Latina with an accent. It comes out whenever I get
Right.
nervous. That's what it is.
I mean, girl, we've been talking for what a good minute, and you've been telling me all different kind of great things about yourself, about journalism, about storytelling. I haven't seen any kind of nervous bone in your damn body as you've been talking to
Because
me.
because of the way you're making this just like a very conversational thing. Like I know it's a
Mhm,
very professional setting, and I know you're a professional, so am I. Pero look at me saying pero, but
mhm,
it's like
mhm.
a very homey thing, like a bestie kind of thing. Like how I told you the interview earlier I had today. I was like, it's
Sure.
Melissa. It's
Well, I'm very happy that you feel that way because I like to have all my guests feel that way. It's a comfortable thing I like to do by asking these questions because, again, it's not just about what you do, it's also about who you are.
mm-hmm.
Because who you are and what you do, they coincide, they go together. So, why I said the red carpet is I feel that you would be amazing talking to people. Why I said World Cup is because you said soccer. You said soccer is one of your favorite sports.
Yeah.
Obviously, World Cup's coming to the U.S.
Hmm.
But also, I think the Olympics. I think the Olympics, you would love to do that because of swimming,
I
and
love
it's
doing
also again coming to the U.S. in 28. So,
that.
um, those are some ideas that throw out, and I love asking that question because it's something to strive for. It's a bucket list thing. I have my own bucket list of events that I would love to do, and in no particular order, Olympics is one,
Hmm.
World Cup is another one, NBA Finals, and also I would love to do a college football playoff for March Madness. Now, I believe next year, in doing my research, as I'm such a research kind of person, March
Yeah.
Madness is actually coming here to Buffalo. For the first and second round. So I'm thinking I'm going to want to do that for sure. Um, but I also think March Madness is coming to New York City as well. I think it's either the Elite Eight, Sweet 16, or Elite Eight coming there as well. So one of those two places, if not both, I would definitely be there for sure. There's no
Okay, well,
question.
you gotta keep me on the loop. You gotta keep
I
me
certainly,
updated.
I
You
certainly
gotta keep
will.
me updated because that's the one thing I love about this field that we are all very supportive of each other. You know what I mean? And
No question.
I've learned that a lot too in my internship. Like I'm doing an internship with my amazing colleague Ana Teresa, and the
Mhm.
way that we have been supporting each other, it's out of this world. She is amazing, and also another girl that's doing the internship with us, Maria Isabel. She's actually in Spain, so she's doing her internship from Spain right now, and that's another one. And I love that we're like three girls that we just met in this internship. I mean, Ana Teresa and I have history because we are in the bilingual program together, but I've noticed that like in journalism, there's a lot of support from all those people around you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Especially when you're starting off, like there is. And I'm pretty sure later on in life, I'm probably going to be like, oh, there's a lot of envious people, which in every field there is. You know what I mean? There's people
No
that want to be
question.
on top no matter what, and good for them. I get it. But I am such a girl's girl and I'm such a human that I love supporting and I hope to get that back. And so far I have.
I love that. I love that. Now, my next top four question has to do with Long Island.
Okay.
That is one of the five boroughs that I have not visited yet. Now, I've been to the Bronx, been to Brooklyn, been to Queens, and been to Manhattan. I've been to all four of those. There's no question about that. Obviously, Bronx is Yankees. I've been to the Yankee Stadium before. Queens is where the Mets play at Citi Field. I've been there
Hmm.
before. Brooklyn, I have family there. And well, Manhattan, we know what Manhattan brings, so we know what that's all about. But I ain't been to Long Island. What is four things I should do in the borough of Long Island, or if you want to include New York City, things that I should do the next time I touch down there?
Okay, so I just want to make sure that you're not confusing Long Island with Staten Island, because Staten Island is one of the five boroughs. Long
Oh,
Island,
that is one.
yeah,
That's
Long Island is like its own separate entity on the
that's my
side.
fault. That's my fault. Staten Island. I've never been to Staten Island. That's right.
Yeah. Um, I only been to Staten Island like twice, but I'll tell you about Long Island.
Tell me
Okay.
that. Tell me. Tell me
Okay.
about it.
So five things you have to do, right?
Four things.
Four things. Okay, so the
Yeah.
first thing you have to do is when you drive down here, you have to go to the Jones Beach
Mm,
concerts. They have summer concerts. You know who comes every summer is Pitbull. He's here every summer with
okay.
like the Backstreet Boys and all these other bands. The Jonas Brothers sometimes they have concerts there, but recently they were just I think 2 days ago they were at MetLife, but they also come down here. So I suggest a concert at Jones Beach Theater. That's the first one.
Okay.
Second, I suggest for you to go to Montauk. You have to go to Montauk. You have to go look at the lighthouse. You have to go out there.
Say that
Why are
again.
you laughing?
Montauk. Did you say Montauk? Montauk. Did you say that?
Montauk, yeah.
Montauk. I love how you say that. You have such a beautiful voice. I love it. I don't even know what Montauk is, but I just love it when you say
Montauk
it.
is the end. It's like the tip of the island, like the last, like literally the tip of the island. Like if you were to be on that side of the island and somehow the world comes together, if you jump over, you're gonna be like in Europe. That's how like that's if you
Wow.
can kind of picture it that way. Um,
Okay.
we're not that close, but just I'm exaggerating a little bit. So that'll be number two. Number three would be to go to my favorite beach, River Moses.
Okay.
You have to go.
Okay.
And the view from like the island, then you have to pass a river. I mean, a river. What the heck? You have to pass a bridge to get
Mhm.
to the Robert Moses. That bridge, the view, especially sunset, is amazing. And then
Okay.
another island, another, beach island that I love is Fire Island, which is the island within Long Island. So those are like the four places where you have to go. And also, can I add a fifth one? The Thai place I told you about.
Well, listen, there's no doubt we definitely going there. There's no doubt about that because I'm a
Yeah.
foodie, and I need. It's not a want. I need to eat some good food. There's no question about that. No question
Yeah.
about that. And I love trying different spots and different places, so I can help them write a great review.
Yes.
Once I try the great food there. So yeah, I appreciate those five things for me. I do. Um, I want to ask you this because I've asked you about advice you would give. But what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Ooh, so recently at the National Association of Hispanic at the conference, I met Julio Vaqueiro, who I told you that I used to watch when I was younger.
Yeah,
And I spoke to him and I told him that I'm in grad school last semester. And he said to me that in the beginning it's going to be rough, just like everyone else, starting, but not to give up. He's like, if you're really passionate about this, do not give up. Keep pushing, knocking doors, because one of those doors is going to open.
yep,
One of those doors is going to be looking for a bilingual journalist who has maybe not the most experience out in the field, but has done a lot of good work through her master's,
yep,
that did a lot of good work in her internship, that has learned a lot in her internship and throughout this, year and a half in their master's. So that's what he said, and I was like, and he's like, I see you. He's like, I see you, and I'm gonna keep seeing you. And I was like, yes. And not just him, but also a lot of people at the conference. Like I met, I will send you her name because I have it on my phone. She is the recruiter for ESPN. I met her too.
okay,
You probably know who she is. And she says, once you're halfway through the semester, send me your resume. She loved the fact that I was bilingual. I also met one of the recruiters for NBC Universal, also the same
absolutely.
thing. She said, send your application when you're halfway through. That's when we
Mm,
start kind of like looking at it for like the upcoming year or whatever. So I think everyone that I've come across, actually, another thing too, I interviewed Karina Rivera, who's the council member who represents District 2 in Manhattan, which is the Lower East Side. She said
yeah,
to me, "You're giving me the vibe of like a politician." She's like, "Have you ever thought about being a political, in the political field?" And I said, "I do have my associates. I mean, my bachelor's is in journalism. I double major with journalism and political science."
sure.
And I said to her, maybe. And she's like, you give me that feel. And I feel like somehow, because the world just works in very mysterious ways, I'm going to end up doing something political. So
I love it.
I've had really good, really, really good, feedback and really good advices from a lot of political people that I've interviewed, which is a lot, based on the story that I'm doing on now, and also based on a course that I took last semester, which was very mostly focused on like local accountability in New York City stuff. Um, so I would say a lot of people have given me really good advice. I don't have a specific one, but obviously Julio Vaquero would be like my top one. But everyone else that I met there had really good things to say and really good advice, And I take everything.
Absolutely,
Everything that I'm told, I take it.
absolutely. I love that. Now me going to NABJ
Hmm.
last year, because I was in Chicago last year. NABJ.
You didn't go this year to Cleveland?
No, I did not go this year to Cleveland. No, I did not. But I will be going next year in Atlanta. Atlanta is where it is next year
Right
for
at home. Right at
right,
home.
right at home. So we'll be going next year. But I did go to the one in Chicago when Trump came to
Uh-huh.
that one. That was quite the experience in ABJ. But I remember passing out stupid amount of business cards, resumes, stuff like that. And to be able to link up with a network to go to the Super Bowl, that was amazing. To be able to just get build more connections to have more people on my podcast. That was amazing too. And I just want to continue to even build on that even more because I want to be able to make this podcast profitable, but also let people know about it, and let people know about my skills because I eventually definitely want to get back into it full time. But I'm loving the freelancer life too because I'm able to make calls and do different things with different people and not be tied down to one spot. So there's definitely been some benefits to that for sure, as you know about that being a freelancer yourself. So um, I want to ask you some rapid fire questions,
Ooh,
Ilvea. And basically, the first thing that comes to your mind, you just shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we
do it.
go.
Let's do it.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes,
Chicken or ribs?
chicken,
Juice or soda?
juice.
Favorite Netflix TV series?
Oh God. Oh my God. Casa de Papel. I think in English it's called Money Heist. Yeah, Money Heist.
Money Heist. Okay, so you like them novellas. You like them novellas. Okay.
The Money Heist is it's a really good show. It's about a group of people that go into a bank in Spain and they want to take over the bank to get the money and the gold out, and it's a wonderful show. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right, I'm going to check that out. Favorite alcoholic drink?
I don't drink, so I would say
Okay.
a virgin pina colada.
I was going to say favorite non-alcoholic drink.
Pina colada, hands down. Make sure you
Oh,
add that cherry, please.
okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I'm a huge Hennessy person, so I love my Hennessy and I love my Dulce, so I definitely love those. Um, favorite sandwich?
Ooh, I like the paninis.
Hmm.
I like the melted cheese paninis with like a really nice chicken cutlet. Yeah,
Okay.
add me to that. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Okay. Favorite board game?
Uno. Uno counts, right? Yeah, Uno cards. Yeah.
That's a card game. Yeah, that counts as a card
True.
game. But what's your
Monopoly.
there you go. I like Monopoly. That's my second favorite board game for sure, for sure. No question. Okay. Now you said card game, which was Uno. I would say favorite um color.
Okay, so for the longest time it's been purple, violet, but I'm now thriving into white and yellow.
Wow. Okay, I like that. Now, if you had a choice to choose three people with you to go on vacation with, who would those three people be and where would you go? Now, before you pick, you could choose family, friends, or celebrities.
Celebrities too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hands down, the first one would be my sister. She is
Okay.
like a good time. So my sister would be one. My son would be
Okay.
second because I want him to discover the world alongside with me. And the
Okay.
third person would probably be my favorite cousin Giselle. She's also a great time. And
Okay. And where would you go?
my dream place, Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, I ain't mad at it now, girl. Go ahead and get the Switzerland on. I'm with you on that. If you had a choice to listen to three artists or three songs on repeat and never get tired of them, who would the three artists or three songs be?
Number one would be Bad Bunny, for
Okay.
sure. Um, Number one song would probably be Un Coco. I love that song. Artist number two would be Los Temerarios, the group that I told you about earlier.
Hmm.
And number three would probably be Drake. I'm a huge Drake fan.
Drizzy, Six God, no doubt
That,
about it.
that's
Yeah,
my
no
guy.
doubt. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. Okay, which sport would you play that you would absolutely dominate in?
Swimming. I don't want to brag
Okay.
about it, but I'm a great swimmer.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's amazing to hear because I can't swim worth a damn. I'm just being
I
honest
got
with
you.
you.
I got you.
I appreciate it. I really do. What sport would you play that you absolutely are suck in?
Probably basketball, dude. I'm not the best.
Okay.
My son is he's amazing at basketball. He does some of like the summer camps with the Long Island Nets.
Mm-hmm.
I go and watch him, and he's so good at it, but I'm not. And we have a basketball hooper here in the back, and we play, and he's like 1v1. I'm like, what is that? And all these
Wow.
moves he makes, and I'm like, dude, I got you. I'll throw the ball, but I'm not the best now.
I'm already loving your son already. Don't even
Yeah,
know him, but he's already one of my favorites because basketball to me is the greatest sport out there.
yeah,
I could definitely, tell you, teach you some a little bit about basketball because I
need
play a
it.
little basketball. I dabble in
Need
that.
it. I need it. Yeah, he's a huge
See,
basketball fan. He loves football and soccer. Oh God.
there you go. Those are three great sports. Okay, if they came to you and said, "Evea, I want you to choose this one thing to do for the rest of your career." And that is either be a writer, reporter, or producer. Which one are you choosing?
A reporter for sure. I
Okay.
have to be a reporter. I love talking to people. I love
Okay.
asking questions. I love asking why, how, when, where, what,
Right.
So
The
definitely
five
reporter.
W's. Yeah.
That's right. You know it.
Absolutely.
Every
I
journalist has
do.
to know it.
I do. Now, if they came to you and said, Evea, we love the way that you report, but you can no longer do the genre of news. You're going to have to pick a different genre. Out of these three, which genre would you pick? Travel, entertainment, or sports?
Travel for sure.
Okay.
I've done it once and I could do it again.
Okay. I like that. I like that. And listen, you gave great answers all conversation long. This has been a really, really fascinating and dope conversation. Learning
I love
about your
it.
background of growing up in New York, getting your undergrad, getting your associates, then your undergrad, and now grad school, doing your thing, obviously being a mom as well, being in a family, friends. I mean, you just do, and being an intern as well. Plus, making those connections at NAHJ,
Yeah.
and giving great advice about journalism and just your why of why you do everything. I am obviously a new fan of yours. I'm going to be following you of your career,
Thank
and I cannot wait to see what you do because you're going to do amazing things. Now, my final question to you is going to
you.
be: is there anything else you would like to add about yourself or anything at all before we conclude?
No, but I do want to say one more thing.
Talk to me.
I do want to make sure that any future journalists out there are aware that even though you're passionate about one specific topic, you know, which is good, don't close your door to that one specific topic. You know what I mean? Be a little more
Right.
open minded and learn to explore more fields. Like, for instance, now I'm kind of questioning back what you said about picking if I can write about news, what would I choose? I now low key feel like I should have chosen sports because that's one field that I've never had the
Mhm.
chance to explore myself. And I've had the
Mhm.
chance to because when I was the editor in chief for undergrad, I had the chance to cover sports, but I never did because we had a sports guy. But I could have been like, "Hey, William, can you move to the side? I'll cover this," but I never did.
Sure.
So if
Sure.
anything, explore fields where you don't feel like you belong, and always, always knock on doors because one of those doors is gonna open up for you.
I love that. Beautifully said. An absolutely wonderful, talented, passionate, beautiful person you are. And I just hope that you continue to do great things, Ilvea. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Thank you
having
for having me,
taking your
Chris. I
time.
really appreciate it. This
I
was,
appreciate you.
it was delightful. I think I told you this via, message that for the first time ever, it's like I'm being interviewed instead of always being the one interviewing. So
Absolutely.
it feels pretty darn good. Let me tell you that much.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for enjoying yourself. I want you to enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and your week. And
Yeah,
you and I will most certainly be in touch.
absolutely.
That's